according to Romans 11, there's an irrevocable calling that I have, I believe, to live a Jewish life, whatever that means for me. Shabbat, feasts, and so on, they all point to Yeshua. And the importance of my Jewishness became much more real to me when I came to faith in Yeshua.
Me
Why?
too.
Yeah. Why? Because we're called to be a light to the nations. We're called to carry the calling of the one true God to the nations. Well, that only has its ultimate fulfillment in Messiah. Other than that, it's just religion. Now, Orthodox do it as best they can, but without Yeshua, it's just religion. So, so that's on the individual level. But as a nation, then Israel is still God's chosen people for that purpose, regardless of their unbelief. It's even prophesied. I think it's Isaiah says they will, even in unbelief, they'll be called back to the land. Clearly, the early settlers 120 years ago, the end of 1800s, they were socialists. They were Marxists. They were not Orthodox. But you could say they were atheists, right? So, but yet they were the first pioneers to reestablish the land. Oh, well. And there are ultra-Orthodox sects today even that say, well, Israel can only be legitimate when the Messiah comes. And so they're anti-Israel in a sense of the modern state, even though they live there and live off of the goodness of the land there, because they study in the yeshivas, they get subsidies and so on. So, but as far as the nation of Israel, God's covenant and blessing is still there, because if we could say, well, that was, the church replaced Israel, then if God is not faithful to his covenant with Israel, then why would he be faithful to his covenant with us if I, go off the rails or something?